Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Fabrizio Romano here as always to keep you posted on the transfer market. Today guys, more updates, more stories, what's happening behind the scenes of the market. We are entering into an important Sunday, and so let's jump into it together. And let's go guys immediately with the updates on several stories. We have to talk about midfielders and more because the World Cup it's gonna enter crucial stages. It's over for the bracket, so now we have all the indications of the World Cup, and also let me know your opinions on the World Cup here in the comments. Who is going to win the World Cup is my question to you now that we have the situation quite clear about the direction of this 2026 World Cup. But talking about players, talking about updates, I wanted to restart where I finished my last video. So the exclusive story I dropped to you about Maghnes Akliouche. Because my understanding is that there is optimism on Paris Saint-Germain's side to get the deal done for Maghnes Akliouche. The story came out of nowhere yesterday. Exclusive news, Paris Saint-Germain all-in for Maghnes Akliouche. Paris Saint-Germain leading the race to anticipate Premier League clubs. Now what I can tell you guys is that talks are advancing very well between Maghnes Akliouche, his camp, and Paris Saint-Germain on contract terms. Paris Saint-Germain in very good relationship with Monaco. And so Paris Saint-Germain hope to reach an agreement on the price quite soon and to sort everything for Maghnes Akliouche. Seen as a player who can be useful in different positions, as a winger, as number 10 eventually in his development in the future, still very young, and also French player. They love at Paris Saint-Germain to get French players. And so for Maghnes Akliouche, Paris Saint-Germain are advancing to win the race against Premier League clubs. So Maghnes Akliouche for sure one to watch for the next days. And then, why Akliouche? Because Gonzalo Ramos is going to AC Milan, 74 million euros. But also, the next one is going to be Kang-in Lee. Kang-in Lee has an agreement with Atlético Madrid. Atletico already got a deal done for Alejandro Grimaldo, and Atlético Madrid are closing in on a deal to sign Kang-in Lee. The here we go is expected soon. The agreement is very close between Atlético Madrid and Paris Saint-Germain. So deal agreed with the player on contract terms, I told you already days ago, and now Atlético Madrid advancing also on club to club with Paris Saint-Germain to get the deal down for Kang-in Lee. So the idea would be Gonzalo Ramos out, Kang-in Lee out, and now Maghnes Akliouche, the next signing for PSG. So remember my words, because till 24 hours ago no one was talking about Akliouche. Now I see the news everywhere, and so this is the direction for the French talent. Then more stories for England, and not only. Let me start with Granit Xhaka. One of the stories of the last 24 hours, because for Granit Xhaka, Chelsea have started the conversations to understand how to try get the deal done with Sunderland for Granit Xhaka. So the agreement Chelsea-Xhaka on the contract is not a problem. Xhaka told Chelsea in a very clear way he wants to go back to London, he wants to live in London, he wants to play for Chelsea, he wants to play for Xabi Alonso, so the connections are all going in that direction. Now it's about reaching an agreement between clubs. Sunderland are quite surprised. Sunderland were not expecting Granit Xhaka to inform them that he wanted to leave. They were building the squad for next season, believing that Granit Xhaka was going to be a crucial part of the team, a really important part of the team. And so the intention was to go, of course, with Xhaka as one of the crucial players for the coach, Régis Lebris. But now Xhaka wants to go to Chelsea. Sunderland insists they don't want to sell. Sunderland insists they want big money, eventually, if there is a chance to open doors. But what I can tell you is that Chelsea are playing down reports about paying 30 or 40 million euros for Granit Xhaka. Chelsea's expectation would be to pay less in order to reach an agreement with Xhaka, not because the player is not worth that money, but because of the age. Granit Xhaka is not that young anymore, and so this is why Chelsea take this position. So now it's on the club to club, because on player side, he's ready to accept any contract condition, and it's not a problem. I told you already, personal terms won't be an issue. He wants to play for Xabi Alonso, he wants to play in London, and he wants to play for Chelsea. Talking about another midfielder, guys, we have to talk again about Matheus Fernandes. Every day I wake up from here, from the US, and I see all your messages on X, on YouTube, everywhere, asking me, but it's true that he's going to Tottenham. No, it's true that he's going to Man United. It's true that he's going to Tottenham. It's true that he's going to Man United. Every day a different story. I see also many reports. One day is close to United, one day is close to Tottenham. The reality, guys, the reality of this story is that Matheus Fernandes is prepared to go to Man United or Tottenham. The player is open to both moves. He doesn't want to stay at West Ham, obviously. He doesn't want to play in the Championship next season. It's almost impossible. But he's ready to go. Man United, Tottenham, the player is not creating any issue on this. The point is to reach an agreement with West Ham. And now, trust me, behind the scenes, we are not seeing many reports on official bid sent, official proposal sent, but Man United and Tottenham are driving the process with the players' camp and with West Ham by attacking every single day. One day Tottenham is bidding, one day Manchester United is bidding, but it's all about verbal proposals. And now, the message I told you days ago is making sense probably also to you who watch my videos, because I told you the player will go to the club able to reach an agreement with West Ham on finance. And so, who is paying the best money to West Ham is going to get the deal done. So, it's about it. It's about reaching an agreement with West Ham. The player is ready to accept both projects. It now depends on the club. So, who can agree terms with West Ham will get the player. And it's about the money, because they start at 85 million pounds, could be more if these clubs keep fighting for the same player. And also, payment terms are also important for West Ham. So it's not just about the fee, it's also about the timing to pay this money. Then guys, let me mention again, Manchester City remain in conversations for Bouaddi, the talent from Morocco. Manchester City made contact with people closer to the player already some time ago. The idea, according to my information from Manchester City, would be, let's try to sign the player now for summer 2027. So let the player stay at Lille one more season and then eventually go to Manchester City in 2027. It's not done, but Manchester City are trying to work on this system, this structure of the deal. There are more clubs involved, because Liverpool had meetings, Arsenal had meetings, many clubs are keen, Paris Saint-Germain keep following the player. But why Paris Saint-Germain are not closing for one of the best talents in the French league? Because Paris Saint-Germain priority this summer is up front and in the back, centre back and players up front. This is the priorities for Paris Saint-Germain. This is why at the moment for Bouaddi they are not advancing, and this is why Manchester City are trying to take advantage and try to get the deal done eventually for 2027. Then, if in these conversations they will decide to do the deal now, I will let you know. But at the moment, it's still the kind of conversation. Just to close, guys, a quick one also about Curtis Jones, because I get many questions on Curtis and Inter. But at the moment, guys, the deal has gone cold. It's on standby between Inter and Liverpool for Curtis, because Inter offered 25 million euros and Liverpool told Inter that for less than 40 million euros they are not negotiating anymore. So Liverpool were quite irritated about the situation, and Liverpool are not proceeding for Curtis Jones to Inter unless they completely change the terms of their proposal. So guys, on this and much more, I want to know your opinion here in the comments. As always, remember guys to like this video, turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel, and every single day here on YouTube with Fabrizio. Let me know your opinions here in comments, and see you very soon every single day.